Oh my God. That is a huge snook. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. Got him. Got him. Oh. Oh yeah. This is a nice one. Come on. Get some ground on him. There we go. That's a nice trout right there. Holy cow, look at this thing. We're gonna measure him up. That trout sickle right there, man. That color. I just got slammed on that color today, guys. That doesn't say something. Oh, that's a tarpon. What's up, guys? Chris from my cast. So I'm just now getting out here. I'm actually getting out here a lot later than I wanted to. Planned on being here before the sun came up, but it's about 7:30 now. Took me a little bit of time to actually get up and going this morning. There's a lot of traffic, but it's about 7:30 now. Sun's coming up. So this is post Hurricane Milton. So our area took a pretty big hit from Hurricane Milton. We didn't take a direct hit, which in the past years, anytime a hurricane was heading towards Tampa, it always made a last minute shift and hit Charlotte County. This time it didn't do that. It did make a shift last minute, and it did shift further south. I think it took Anna Marie Island took the direct hit, so it's south of Tampa but north of us, and we took a really big hit. I mean, there's still people out here without power. I'm fortunate enough to have had power, 24 hours later. So, and I didn't take any damage at all. Now I do live further inland than I used to, so it's a little bit further for me to get to my fishing spots now, but I do live further inland, so I didn't take much damage at all. We had about category 1 force winds where I was at, but my hometown, Port Charlotte, and all the areas that I fish, everywhere that's about 30 to 45 minutes west of where I am, they took a huge hit. And I know as of right now, there's not one Charlotte County fishing pier left standing. Every single Charlotte County fishing pier is gone. So there's no more fishing piers. I know Ponce, where I normally fish, is gone. It's completely washed out. That's not gonna open for a while. Boca Grande is inaccessible. Can't get to it right now. And even right now, like, I'm looking down this canal right here at El Jobean. I decided to come to El Jobean today. El Jobean Pier is gone, but the boat ramp is open. But there's a lot of debris all in the mangroves. There's debris everywhere. The whole west coast of Florida is completely disaster right now. You've got, the Big Bend area, North Florida. They just took a huge hit, not including all those other states, Georgia and, all those other states, Tennessee, that got hit by Helene. Now, west coast of Florida just got hit again by Milton. So there's two very powerful storms that came through and completely destroyed the west coast of Florida. I'm not sure if the tournament is even gonna happen anymore. I know, Fort Myers area, that whole area took a huge hit also. There's a lot of flooding, a lot of surge. I think it was a record breaking. I think it was like 125 tornado warnings during this storm that we got in Florida. And that's a record. We've never had that many tornado warnings in one day. I'm gonna go ahead and get out here. I'm actually coming to the end of this little canal now, and we're gonna see what we can get into, guys. catfish. Oh, that's a trout. Really, this is really deep here. I'm surprised. He's not too big, but look at the color on him, guys. That's why I love catching redfish and trout and even snook here. Oh, he just threw the hook right there. Let me grab him for you guys so you guys can see the color of these guys in this water. So look at him. Look at that color on him. Look at that yellow. The color of these fish in this water here is amazing. When you catch a redfish here, it's almost like a gold color. Right there. So first fish of the day, a little trout. All right, there it is. Small guy. Not huge, but I just love the color of these guys. We're gonna go ahead and let them go. I'm surprised I got one because where I'm sitting is pretty deep. There's some pretty deep water right here. So I'm very surprised. And I actually ended up taking that Molotron off just so I could troll. Trolling the Molotron doesn't really work too well. So I actually put on this diesel minnow. This is the right stuff color. This color works really good in stained water. So it works really good in like over by ponds. Well, Jobean, same clarity of water. Actually, it's probably sometimes a little bit darker than ponds. I actually messed it up a little bit. I have to fix it, but yeah, this right stuff color works really good in dark water. So I put that on the diesel minnow. It's not as bulky as a bait, so I figured it'd do a little bit better for trolling and for working these mangrove edges. But all right, so I had this top water tied on. I just took it off. I planned on being out here for top water bite, so I had the Rapala X-Rep. I had the Rapala skitter walk tied on. I planned on throwing that, but didn't get out here in time, so I'm taking that off. This guy right here, little Miradine. My biggest redfish was caught on a Miradine over here. It was a 35-inch redfish. It was caught before all those all these smartphones and stuff came out. So honestly, I don't have a picture of it, but my brother was there whenever I caught it, so that's really all the proof I need. But that was caught before all these smartphones and stuff. And the picture that I do have of it was taken on a phone, but it was a phone that was like an old Boost mobile phone, you know, with like a 0.5 megapixel camera on it. So even the picture on the phone, you can't, it's not that great. But yeah, I'm tying this loop knot right here. That's how I tie all my Miradines, is on this loop knot. Just gonna trim off the access, but yeah, this little Miradine right here says it's my favorite, all-time favorite twitch bait. I've caught my biggest snook on a Miradine, and I've caught my biggest redfish on a Miradine, and my biggest trout on a Miradine. So all my PBs have been caught on this on a Miradine. Now, not the same color. This is just my favorite color. I've caught a lot of really nice fish on this color. I mean, but my biggest redfish was caught on a white bone. It had like these little bones on the side of it. My biggest snook was caught on a purple demon with the bones on the side of it. So I actually need to get some more of those, but this is actually my favorite color. It works great in all colors, in all different water clarities. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw this around, see if I can't get something to hit it. So I'm gonna pitch along this corner right here and see if there's anything sitting on it. Oh, there we go. Oh, what is this guy? It looked that big when he came out of the water. I wonder if it's foul hooked. I think it might be a red. Yeah. Yep, that's a red. Not a bad one either. color of this thing, oh my god, guys. You guys get the color of this redfish. I was hoping I'd catch one just so you guys could see the color of it, honestly. All right, guys, so check out the color of this redfish. Oh, easy. Get this hook out right there. Look at the color of this thing right here, right there. And mirror lure, look how gold it is. I mean, these redfish over here are so beautiful. I'm not gonna measure them. I'm not worried not really worried about tournament, but that's that Meridine right there. Beautiful fish. All right, one last look of him. Nice red. Got red.
Right.
Go ahead and let him go. So the hard part for me fishing this area is I'm not really fishing in grass flats that I can drift, whereas most of the time I can drift a flat and be good, or I can get out and wade, which helps me. But the hard part about this spot is it's mainly fishing mangrove edges. You're not really fishing out in the middle at all. I mean, unless you see a school of fish out there, you're not really targeting those areas at all. You're fishing all these mangrove edges over here. So this area is kind of like fishing in Matlacha, whereas over there I've noticed they fish oyster bars and they fish a lot of mangrove edges, creek mouths, where over here is pretty much the same way. You're fishing all mangrove edges. So that makes it hard having a paddle kayak, because I have to paddle, stop, the wind blows me around. I really can't fish and paddle at the same time. Whereas with a pedal drive, I mean, they could, like what Rick's doing up there, is you can just pedal along these mangroves and just keep fishing and move and fish at the same time. Whereas I really can't do that. I kind of got to paddle along a little bit, stop, fish, and then the wind usually blows me back a little bit. So then I've got to paddle that distance I just floated to another spot, stop, fish, kind of. So it makes it a little bit harder when you have a paddle kayak fishing these mangrove edges and stuff. I mean, it can die. So Rick just caught a redfish, so that makes it slam. He already caught a snook and a trout before I got out here. So he already got himself a slam. That's good. All I need to get down off that point. Little guy. Little snook. Little guy, real small guy. Yeah, he's tiny. Goodness gracious, he was hungry if he ate that. Let's get this out. All right. Right here. Okay. Got a baby snook. Really tiny one. But I got my slam, so. I got my slam. Alright, I was hooked into one. Little snook. It's a better snook than what I got. So. Oh, he just let go, so I got leader, but better snook than what I had on there. So that's good. So all I needed is another red, and I got a double slam for the day. That's honestly, I thought that's what I was gonna get right here on this point. Thought I was gonna get a red. And got another snook. Little guy. Get on my line. Oh. Right here. That's ever since I switched to Slam Shady. So I've gotten two almost back to back ever since I switched to the Slam Shady. Alright, there we go, little guy. Alright, so old Boston Rick is gonna keep fishing for a while. I'm about ready to head back. So right now, I know you can probably hear it, but this mangrove edge is actually blocking a lot of the wind for me. But once I get to this opening, I'm gonna let the wind push me back across, back to that point over there. And the wind should blow me right back to the boat launch so I can load up. That's one of the reasons I chose this spot today. So the wind would blow me back to where I came from. You know, it's been a few minutes. I'm drifting this flat. I'm drifting this this channel right here, working my way back to where I came from. Oh, that's a better trout. Much better trout. Gosh, I can't get over the color of these things. They're such a beautiful color up here. I mean, look at how yellow this fish is. That's on that new jig head from iStrike. It's a 4-inch jerk shad. Yeah, look at the color of these things. They're so beautiful up this way. Let them go. Yeah, but I'm just drifting this flat. I got another one. Oh, it's a ladyfish. This wind's it's blowing me so fast that I can't keep up with the lure now. I'm not able to, I wasn't able to get a good hook set on that guy. Yeah, something. Little trout. Oh, bigger trout. This guy's a little bit bigger. Come here. Let's get you off before I hit this plane. Alright, let him go. Oh, got a little ladyfish. Yeah. Little ladyfish. Won't pop off. There's blood everywhere already. It's a good sized ladyfish to use for bait. Yeah. Get out of here. Oh, there's a tree right there in the water. Oh, that was a fish. I thought it was caught on that tree. Dang. It was a small fish. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we don't hook into anything out of this creek mouth. I really would. There we go. Oh, he's got some weight behind him. Snuck. Alright. I was about to say, I was about to be very surprised if we didn't catch anything out of that creek mouth. It's a little guy. Felt like he had some weight behind him. Feels pretty thick. But there we go. A little snook. I was gonna be very surprised. That's why I said that. There was no way there wasn't something sitting at this creek mouth. There's much water's flowing out of here. what's up, guys? So that's in the video. Loaded up on my way to wash down the kayak, then go home. It wasn't a bad day. I was actually going out there expecting not to be any bite at all, really. But you can definitely tell that the fish are starting to move to that fall pattern. The water temp was 72, 73 degrees. I mean, that's like perfect water temp for fish. So so I mean, that's really good. These fish are about to start getting really active. A big storm just came through, so you know, a lot of stuff out there is pretty messed up. A lot of the mangrove lines are messed up. I mean, it was definitely I covered a lot of ground, and then you know, I did get my slam, and I almost got my double slam. I watched the redfish come up and swipe at my bait, but he missed it. I couldn't get him to come back at it, but you know, I caught some snook, you know, caught a couple trout, caught that red, so I got my slam. It was still a good day out there, though. I mean, I went out there expecting really nothing, and it turned out to be a decent day. I mean, I didn't catch a bunch of fish, but definitely was better than I expected. Like I said, then old Boston Rick was out there. He joined me, and you know, he got his slam, and I got to show him kind of a new area that I fish. He's still kind of learning, you know, the ins and outs of inshore fishing, but he's doing a good job. I mean, he's going out catching slams now, so he's definitely figuring it out. But yeah, like I said, it was a fun day out there. It was nice and cool this morning, and then it definitely started to heat up. I think it's what, 91 degrees now. I went from 68 degrees this morning when I left my house to 91 degrees, so it's really, really hot out there, and that's why I decided to kind of call it a day after that last snook. But yeah, there's a lot of debris in that channel coming out of Jobean. I even seen a whole dumpster, like an entire dumpster up in the mangroves. So I mean, there's definitely a lot of debris out there. So if you do go out there, just be careful, watch out. I mean, being in kayaks, we don't really have to nothing really messes us up too bad, but you know, if you're out there in a boat, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can hit your prop on, so just be careful if you launch there. There is a lot of debris. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm also but I'm probably not gonna be posting as much as I have been, just because of the storm, and then I'm picking up extra shifts at work, so I'm probably not gonna be putting out videos as often as I was. You know, I was trying to average 2 videos a week, you know, a fishing video, then a tackle video. I'll probably try to get the 1 fishing video a weekend, but it'll probably be a lot of tackle videos and stuff more than anything, just because my time is going to be a little bit more limited now getting on the water, and the areas that I have to fish are going to be very limited right now. So I don't know, there's also a curfew in Charlotte County, I heard. So it's like 6 a.m. to, I don't know what the end is, but I know 6 a.m. they don't want you on the streets. So there's just a lot going on with this storm, and you know, with work and all sorts of stuff. So my videos aren't going to be coming out as consistent. I'm going to do my best to get as much out as I can, though. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification down at the bottom so you're notified when I post a new video. Remember, guys, there's always time for one more cast. I'll see you later.